Out here bright and early with Sapper Pup Maggie, and the garden still looks good. We got a light frost last night, so we'll come back later, see how the garden's doing. We're still in the process of transplanting some of our fruit trees and other plants in ground. We're gonna put our pineapple guava in ground this year. They survived out in the cold last year. We didn't overwinter them in the garage, so we're hoping that if we put them in the ground, they'll actually do better this year, and maybe we'll eventually get some fruit off of them. But the gardens, yeah, it's actually looking okay. We still haven't harvested our sweet potatoes, but I think we may go ahead and do that. Trying to wait until the last minute, but yeah, there's no sense in putting it off too much longer. Trying to remember where one of our pineapple guavas is. It's overtaken by weeds, both of them, but they're surviving, along with pretty much everything else so far. So, chilly morning. Sapper Pup Maggie's done her business. We're gonna get back inside. Yeah. Come back out once it warms up a little bit. Alright, family and friends, we keep getting a lot of requests to show more of what we're doing with mushrooms, so we're going to add on a little bit of our mushroom harvest for today. Just kind of a mixed vlog, some garden stuff, some mushroom stuff. So first we're going to harvest some shiitake mushrooms. Mrs. SG is going to slice them up, prep them, and we're going to dehydrate what we're not using today. So let me turn you around and show you what we're working with. So our shiitake mushrooms are in a block for the tent, and we have gotten a nice flush. Hopefully you guys can see through the big bodied man blocking the camera. So we got a lot of different sizes. I'll give you guys a close-up. So just reading up, we probably should take the whole block out and harvest everything at once. Let me give you guys a little closer up. And you see we got a hamburger size one, we got a bunch of slider size ones, but they're all gonna get sliced up and dehydrated today. So let's show you how to pull a few out, and then we will give you a quick shot of Mrs. SG slicing them up, and we'll be adding them into our 5-tray dehydrator over there. So bring you right back. So there's 2 ways you can take the mushrooms out. You can just grab them, give them a twist, take them out. That's okay, especially if you're just using them real quick. But if you can avoid disturbing the mycelium as much as possible, pulling the substrate out, I think that helps a little bit. So we're going to be using tool number 1, Mrs. SG's favorite scissors, and we'll just let you see her cutting a few off. This part is not rocket science. It's like pulling a transplant. So Mrs. SG, if you'll do the honors.
You wanted to cut it on the
as close to the bottom as you can without cutting into the substrate.
Mushroom burger?
Yep, maybe.
That's cool.
Yep, and Again, this part is not rocket science. It's no different than, you know, cutting seedlings or microgreens. Just want to be careful. And once we get them all off, we're going to slice them up and add them into our dehydrator, which will bring you guys back for that. So our fruiting block has been harvested, and what we'll do with this block is we'll let it dry out a little bit, because again, we don't want to encourage any mold growth on it. So we'll let it dry out, and then we'll rehydrate it and see if it gives us additional fleshes of mushrooms. And Mrs. SG is slicing our mushrooms thin slice. You want them as thin as you can reasonably get them, and that way when we put them on the dehydrator, they will dehydrate quickly. And our dehydrator setting says to dehydrate the mushrooms for 4 to 7 hours, so we'll do that, and then we'll place them in canning jars and we'll save these. And a few of the mushrooms we'll keep out, and we'll use them for a fresh ingredient in meals that we're cooking today and tomorrow. So this is plenty of mushrooms for us. We do have other fruiting blocks downstairs, and we actually have some grain spawn that we're going to use in an upcoming video to show how we build our fruiting blocks. So last step is a dehydrator, and we will bring you guys back this afternoon and show you what the finished product looks like. Alright, so it's been about 3 hours since we put our mushrooms in the dehydrator, and they look nice and toasty now. The book actually said to do them 4 to 7 hours depending on the temperature. We did ours at 140 degrees, and they are nice and dry. So I think Mrs. SG did a better job of slicing them than the instructions anticipated. So we're going to leave them in the dehydrator, and we actually need to give a shout out to Granny B, who hasn't been doing a lot of videos lately, but Granny B's the one who reviewed this dehydrator, this LEM, and we decided to get it because she was happy with hers. So we'll let these mushrooms cool down. We'll put them in jars, pack them in good. We'll put some dehydration silica packets in there to help keep moisture out, and these should keep for a while for us. And we'll build up a stash, and when we need mushrooms, we'll take these, rehydrate them, throw them in the soups like we did this morning. We had a noodle soup for breakfast, and just add some mushrooms into it, or we'll rehydrate them and cook them into other dishes as we see fit. And that's it for this batch of shiitake mushrooms. We've done pink oyster, we've done other mushrooms. We also have to make room for our peppers, because we'll dehydrate a batch of peppers until Mother Nature sends a frost and kills the plants off, or they stop producing. So as always, this is Rob, the Sapper gardener, representing Essayons Family Garden, along with Mrs. SG, who actually did all the work for this video. I just did the talking. So as always, God bless our great country America, you wherever you reside around the world, your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family to have health, success, and prosperity, especially during these troubled times. Take care. Sapper out. And
This is SG out.
where are you at, kid?
Where are you at, boy?
SK too loud.
All right. Take care, everyone. Now, where am I at?
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Yes.